Hello, I'm Glenn Tobey. I'm a Spring Forest Shikang Master and a psychotherapist. The topic of this talk is on the theme of longevity with a specific focus right now on calendars. Now longevity isn't like how can I live a whole lot more years so I could have a good time. That's important. But longevity in my sense is how can I live longer so I can know things deeper. Coming to understand who I am may take a long time with deep instruction, with deep focus. So I want to live a long time so I understand both myself and the world deeper. So with this focus on calendars, this Christmas season, my youngest daughter gave me this calendar. Now she's been giving me this style calendar for over 20 years now. It gets to be the point where I expect it and she also expects to give it. So it's a kind of a loving thoughtfulness between us. So I have this kind of a calendar hanging over in my office over my right shoulder. It's when I'm doing my paperwork and stuff. I have this kind of energy of loving kindness, loving thoughtfulness to come into me, saying this is how I want to live my life with others. This loving thoughtfulness. So when I work with people in my psychotherapy or the Shikang, I want to bring forth this loving thoughtfulness that my youngest daughter reminds me of with the calendar that hangs over my right shoulder. Now my wife over the years, bless her, she has taught me so many things, but the two things, cute and sweetness, those are foreign words to me, before I met her. But I understand from her life how the word cute fits into so many deep and profound situations. And sweet isn't just like a fanciful word, it's a deep, profound sweetness, the cuteness, the cute. Isn't a shallow thing, very deep. Both those words were transforming inside me. So what does that have to do with longevity? So the idea of longevity is what? Learning how to live a long time so I can go deeper in my life. Now, if you think about examples in your life, now try not to get judgmental about yourself, but kind of go back, like the calendar years. Go back in your calendar years and remember episodes of your life or situations or experiences. Again, don't go too personalizing it. It's not the homework part. But go back to some of those experiences, maybe less frightening in one level. And then think of yourself doing it even with more love than you did before, or with more compassion than you did before, or more forgiveness than you did before. So not trying to go back and say, gee, what's wrong with me? I could have. This little exercise is what? Oh, if I had done this thing with more love, it would have felt different to me. If I had exercised more compassion, it would have made a difference in me differently. If I had, again, not to judge yourself, but to use that calendaring backwards to understand the power of the emotion. Now you have a specific example to practice with. I did this, and if I did it with more love, it would be almost like a different experience. Now, longevity. How do I want to live my life deeper, going into my future, going into my distant future? Oh, I want to learn how to live, love a lot more, or to be thankful, or to be compassionate. Now I have these examples. I could have done the loving and the thankfulness and the compassion. I didn't. That's what happened in those times. But that's what I want to go forward in, to use the kind of situation to be more loving, to be more compassionate, to be more thankful. Now I have a guide into living a long time. So then how do I orient my life toward doing those things? Using my past calendar days as a practice, of love and compassion and thankfulness, happiness, joy, moving that into the future. Thank you for listening.